everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to All Things STEM with Ashley. I am your host, Ashley, and this show is about focusing on empowering women in STEM fields. We highlight STEM careers, mentorship, community service, and success in the industry. Our motto is to be STEM-powered. Today, our guest is Kirsten Johnson. Kirsten is an engineer in the aerospace industry. She studied mechanical engineering at Texas Tech University and has a passion for innovation and emerging technology. Throughout her career, she has contributed to cutting-edge projects and continues to build expertise in AI and advanced systems. Dedicated to growth and leadership in STEM, Kirsten combines technical skill with a commitment to inspiring others to explore careers in STEM. So today we are going to welcome Kirsten. Hello, everyone. Today we have Kirsten Johnson. We are going to get started. Oh, yes.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be on here to talk with you guys about my journey and just to encourage you to pursue careers in STEM.
Yay. All right, so Kirsten, with that, we'll get started. My first question for you is what sparked your interest in STEM and what inspired you to have a career journey in STEM?
My interest in STEM started in high school, where my calculus teacher actually took us on a field trip to Lockheed Martin, nearby in our city. And so I was already very good at calculus and physics, and those are my favorite subjects. And so I figured, engineering would be a good career to pursue. And so I just chose it to major in college.
Awesome! I love that. That is wonderful. I did not know that. Y'all, I'm learning about my friends as y'all learn about them. So
Yeah.
Okay, so can you share any role models or mentors that have influenced your journey in STEM?
I didn't grow up having many role models or mentors in STEM because I wasn't exposed to it growing up.
Right.
In college, throughout the years when I had internships, I did have mentors that I had assigned for different tasks.
Right.
And so over the years, I've kept in contact with them, and then I'll just talk to them and tell them like what I'm thinking about a new role that I'm pursuing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. So were there any challenges you faced growing up that made pursuing a STEM career difficult?
I think the biggest challenge is not having parents who were in STEM careers. When I first went to college and I was doing my freshman engineering courses, I saw that everyone pretty much had like a dad who worked in like a milling machine or some factory, or they were an engineer themselves. And so it was a lot for me to learn starting college with that, because I had to understand what a lathe was and like different engineering parts where they grew up understanding what that was, you know? So it was a gap to kind of fill, but, over time you just learn a lot from the people around you, so. Yeah.
Thank you. Now, I would like to know, how do you manage work-life balance with the demanding STEM career?
It is difficult. I think that you kind of have to rotate between being very busy with work, and then there's another phase in your life where you're giving a lot to your social life and you're feeding all of your relationships. And then at all times you still have to like maintain closeness with your family. So for me, it's kind of just, it goes in cycles and waves, is where I'm focusing more on work now, or now like work isn't as busy, so I can be more social and go out with friends and maintain those relationships.
That's
so you just kind of ebb and flow and just go with like how it's going.
Yeah,
and
I
be
love
adaptable.
that.
Yeah,
that's the best way.
Yeah,
it's the only way, especially post-pandemic, us being back in the workforce, having to go in office sometimes.
Yeah,
it's a big change, and we have to roll with it. So thank you for that.
I agree. Thank you.
So what advice would you give to young women considering a career in STEM but are unsure about how to balance it, as you just mentioned? Like, how did you start planning that? Do you have a planner? Like, what do you do? What do you just have certain days for certain things? So like on Fridays when I'm off, I'll have a day that's personal development and errands. So I'll spend it like maybe 1 hour learning some tricks on Excel and then the rest running errands. So how do you do that?
For me, so right now I'm really trying to upskill myself and be grow myself as an expert in artificial intelligence and, that whole realm with machine learning.
Yeah.
So what I do with that is outside of work, I'll spend like a couple hours studying and learning, watching YouTube videos. And then I also try and balance that with errands on the weekends. So I try to focus on doing that stuff early on the weekends, do my workout, do like work stuff or like trying to upskill or anything else that I'm trying to do outside of work. And then try to make space for fun and like going out or doing something with friends.
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is one project or accomplishment that you're specifically proud of during your STEM career?
One project, there's multiple of them, but one that I can bring up right now is a few years ago I started a company, an AR and VR company called GoXR. And so we focused on creating mixed reality experiences for people. And that would go with, creating like a try before you buy for people's retail businesses. So if you have a wallet, we'll have like an AR version you can host on your website so people can see what it looks like before you get in. But one thing that I did that was really neat was I created like a art AR experience for a mural in Houston. Where it was an artist where he had a Monopoly board and it was installed outside of a museum, I think in 3rd Ward. And so we took the picture of it and then we animated it, basically having like the pieces on the board like going across the Monopoly board. And I thought that was really neat. It took me a while to work on it, but it was really fun.
Thank you. That was excellent. Thank you. So have you been involved in any initiatives that encourage young women to get into STEM fields?
Yeah, so in college, I was a part of this organization, which you know about. NSBE. It stands for National Society of Black Engineers. So it's a student resource group on campus where they emphasize on, community outreach and a lot of different programs and giving you that community of people that are also engineers to help you throughout college. And so I was a part of the community outreach group for pretty much all 4 years of college.
Good.
And that was really nice. I got to do like a few things, schedule a couple events with that. But I think that was the main one that I was a part of.
Yes, thank you. We love that. That's what this channel is about. We want more young women to get in STEM fields and learn and grow just like we're learning and growing, and we're here to give you tips that we may have wished we had so that you guys can learn differently than us. So with that, next we're going to talk about what is the best piece of career advice you've gotten so far and how it has shaped your path in STEM.
I think the best career advice I've had it was phrased as taking ownership of things, but it's really learning how to master, the task that you're given. And taking ownership meaning just know every single part, every detail of what you're doing. And that way that, as you get more experience and you learn more, it makes it a lot easier to troubleshoot and solve problems. And it helps grow you in your career because now you're able to break down a problem and find a solution because you kind of know how to go through those different steps.
That's good. I love that. I learned recently is understanding the why as well. Like, why is this needing to be done?
Oh, yeah.
And what does it affect? And so that's kind of like what you said about knowing all the aspects is understanding why you're doing what you're doing and how it impacts your company, your team, whatever the end objective is. So that's something I still am putting and applying.
Being very detailed and like knowing every little thing. So
and even learning why other groups work with us for what they do, how it contributes to our project.
Yeah.
I think that's really good.
And in order to get to that point, you have to ask questions.
Yes.
So
ask questions.
Ask a lot of questions.
Do not be afraid.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Okay, so now we have looking back. So looking back, is there anything you would have changed about your journey into STEM, whether it be high school, college, career? You can think a second. But
yeah, I think for me, I would have maybe minored in computer science in college, or at least got more of like a coding background.
Yeah.
With like the current industry and how it is now, having coding skills really opens up the opportunities for you and the types of roles that you want to have, even if you don't want to be like a software engineer. Having that background, knowing how to code in a different language, it causes you to have a higher level of problem solving in order to like solve a problem using software.
I agree.
So I think that it would really just enhance your career by having those skills.
I agree. I 100% agree. A lot of teams are going to automation now. With the AI world, there's a lot of automating things, and sometimes you have to code to make those things happen.
Yeah.
Like even if it's a simple one-line code, it helps. It helps things a lot. Efficiency, time.
And being able to create like a program, software, just from your fingertips is very powerful.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it keeps
you can create anything. You can make a website. You can make an app. You can do anything. So.
And it keeps you competitive in the workforce.
It really does.
Because it seems like nowadays a master's is equal to a bachelor's now. So it's kind of like you have to have those special skills to even stand out.
Yeah. I do
sometimes
agree with that.
And sometimes some places I've noticed it a lot because it's just like, oh my goodness, now everybody has to code to have that competitive edge. So we're seeing that a lot.
And even with AI and machine learning, just also like data science and those fields too are very valuable to get into as well. So kind of situating yourself in the directions where the industries are going and like where the money is going.
Yes.
AI, machine learning, you'll have like quantum computing, you'll have blockchain and crypto and all that stuff. Situate yourself in a way where like you'll be able to get those jobs in the next 5 years. So
I agree. Thank you. That was great nuggets. Great nuggets. Wisdom. So now, before we get to 3 tips for success, I would like to ask, what's next for you in your career, and what do you hope to achieve in the future?
Yeah, next for me, I think I mentioned it before. I want to be an expert and industry leader within AI and also just emerging technology as well. So all of the new technologies that are coming here and promising that it's gonna transform the way we live in our whole world. I want to be at the forefront of that, analyzing it, trying to figure out ways to create products that can help people.
I love it.
That's what I want to do. But in the near term, I think I want to switch into more of like a machine learning facing role. Yeah. And to just focus on that for right now.
That is excellent.
Yeah.
I love that. So how do you feel like you can use some of your mechanical engineering background to help you with this transition?
My background, I would say with work, I had to learn more electrical engineering stuff.
Okay.
And I didn't use too much of mechanical engineering. Yeah. Except for like basic engineering principles, like physics and stuff like that.
Good.
I think that's helped me in my role.
Yeah.
Also the math. Linear algebra, statistics, calculus, and stuff like that. Yeah. Those backgrounds do translate into machine learning. So.
Did y'all hear that? It does. Some stuff you actually use from college. Yeah. Not all of it.
Not all of it.
But some of it.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you. What are 3 tips for success that you have for individuals that want to go into the STEM industry?
Well, the first one is to, take ownership of your tasks. So as you do that, you'll build a lot of confidence in your expertise throughout the work that you're doing. The second one is to keep learning. Continue to be a student, like always be a student, open to learning new things, new fields that are coming out. Yeah. Seek out certain certifications if you can, or if your company offers like free training and courses. I'm always looking online to see what is something new that I can learn. You know? And over time, it can kind of help guide and mold like the career that you want to go through in your pathway. Right. And the last one is to network. Yes. So you always hear people saying, "Oh, your net worth is your network is your net worth." And how important it is to have people to advocate for you to get in certain doors and certain roles.
Yes.
It's like you can be exceptional at what you do, but sometimes what you really need to get over the edge is someone in that room, you know,
to speak on your behalf. Yeah.
Really, really fighting for you. So that is very important.
I love that.
And in order to be good at networking, you know, you need to be open to talking to people, starting a conversation, initiating conversations with people, and stuff like that. So if you're very introverted, you need to learn how to turn on your extroverted self and just try to speak to people. So.
And have your 30-second elevator pitch.
Oh, yeah.
To help break the ice, because if you're talking about yourself, it helps you be a little more comfortable. I would say.
Yeah.
I actually met Kirsten at a leadership conference in DC.
Yeah.
And we kept in touch, and when I made my move from Atlanta to Dallas, she was super welcoming and welcomed me to the city. So we kind of networked, and we're still friends today.
Yeah.
And so now she gets to speak and spread knowledge with you also. Thank you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you. Yes.
You never know where it'll take you.
You don't. This is what? Almost 3 years later.
I think it's been 3 years.
3. Our program was 3, and I graduated from it last August.
But it was 2022.
Oh, 2022.
No.
2 years. Wait, this is almost 3. It's 2025. Wait,
2.5.
We don't know. 2.5. But you see, networking, we're still good. We still get to help each other today. So it works. Kirsten, thank you so much for joining us today on All Things STEM with Ashley. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Before we close out, I want to ask if there's anything else you wanted to mention or talk about before we leave today.
Yeah, I think for everyone watching this that's interested in pursuing a career in STEM, or you're already pursuing it in college, just don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask people questions. For advice and to seek out mentorship from people, so you can reach out to professors, people in your community that you know, maybe your physics teacher in high school. They might know some people in the industry. So don't be afraid to reach out to people, tell them what you need and what you're looking for. You never know, you know, what they might know and the people that they might know that they can connect you with. So always ask for everything. So.
Yes, well, thank you. And thank you all for watching All Things STEM with Ashley. Please like and subscribe and comment. I will have notes on anything we added in the show notes below here. And have a great day. Thank you.
Bye.